Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Rosina Sharon and today I am doing makeup on this very beautiful hijabi soul. And yeah, before you do that, kindly subscribe, share your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll be reading all of them. And if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. With no further ado, let's go straight into the video. So I'm just starting off with cleaning her face first before I start doing her makeup. So the first thing we're going to do is her eyebrows, and we are brushing it with the spoolie first before we start lining. And to line, as always, we're going to use the Davis number 3 eye pencil. And she was not comfortable with me trimming her eyebrows, which I totally respect. So we're just going to line it as it is. And then on the upper side of the brow, we're going to leave a bit of space around the inner corner so the eyebrow appears more natural, because we're going to draw hair-like structures around the inner corner when we start filling in. And next, to fill in, we're starting off with the Becca primer, just to put her eyebrows in place, her natural eyebrows in place. And when you're using the Becca primer or the soap technique, after you press it in, allow it to dry off completely first before you start filling in. And to fill in, we're going to start off filling in from the outer corner using the Davis number 3 eye pencil, and then towards the inner corner we're going to draw hair-like structures. And today I am using gel eyeliner to draw the hair-like structures. So next, after that, to clean her eyebrows, I am using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee. I mixed it a bit with the shade Dark Cocoa because I did not want it to be too bright. We're not going to start off directly from the inner corner. We are going to use the product remaining on the brush around the inner corner, so we avoid using that having that harsh line around her inner corner. And then remember to bring down the concealer as you go, so it's easier for you to blend after. On the upper side of the brow, we're going to use a foundation to clean that side. Again, use very little product, and do not start off directly from the inner corner. And then after we're done doing that, we're just going to blend in the foundation on the forehead and the concealers around the edges of the lower side of the eyebrow, because we do not want any harsh lines on the eyebrow area before we proceed on. So next, before we start applying eyeshadow, we're going to set her eyelids using the very same concealer we use to clean her eyebrows. And then for today's eyeshadow, the first transition, we're going to focus around the outer corner of her eyes alone. We're going to bring it up a bit. Let it not go past that curve for the eyebrows going towards the inner corner. Make sure the first transition is concentrated just around the outer corner, because we want to open up her eyes a bit. Her eyes are a bit hooded, so we just wanted to open up her eyes. And then after that, we're going to blend in the first transition around the upper lid, blend it in and bring it in towards the inner corner. And then after that, we're going to apply the Pillow Waist eyeshadow base in the shade number 2. This is a very bright shade because I wanted the pigment around this crease region to be seen. Again, we are not going to draw a cut crease per se, we're just going to follow that shape and bring it to around 3/4 of her eyes. And then we're going to do this shade. All the products I have used on this makeup tutorial will be on the description box, so kindly check the products on the description. And then we're going to apply a bit of a brighter shade around the inner corner, because again, we wanted around the inner corner to be opened up a bit for her eyes. And then after that, we're going to blend in the edges on the crease region, because we want the whole eye makeup look to be very blended. And then for her eyeliner, we're just going to draw an eyeliner as close to her natural lash line as possible, because again she has hooded eyelids and we don't want anything that is going to overpower her eyes. And then for the lashes, I chose to go with the wispies, because again she has hooded eyes and we do not want anything that is going to overpower her very, very beautiful eyes. We want to complement her eyes, not overpower it. And the next is just to curl the lashes with her natural lashes so they appear as one and stop looking like two separate entities. So this is a step I prefer doing before I move on to foundation, especially when I'm doing someone else's makeup. You can do it after foundation, really. There are no rules to doing this. And look at her eyes. Look at her eyes. Even when she opens them up, you can see the eyeshadow and it's still very complementary to her eyes. So moving on to the face, we're starting off with the ordinary hyaluronic acid, just to maintain that moisture in her skin. Her skin is very, very flawless and we wanted to maintain that in this whole makeup today. And then again, allow it to set first before you move on to moisturizer. Then next, we're just going to add moisturizer and sunscreen. Massage that in onto her skin and then again allow it to set first before we move on to primer. So after that has set is when we move on to primer, and for primer, as always, tap it in so it is absorbed onto the skin before you move on to foundation. And again, allow it to set first before you move on to foundation. So next for foundation, we are using the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation in the shade number 360. And I am not going to put too much foundation on her face because her skin is very, very flawless, as you can see. So I'm just going to blend a bit and spread it all over the face, because we do not want to overpower her skin. Look at how beautiful her skin is. We don't want anything that is going to overpower that today. So something subtle but very, very complementary to her skin tone. And then, like always, avoid putting fresh product around the under eye and the corners of the nose. Okay, also remember to blend in between the eyebrow. The product remaining on the brush is what you can bring down to the nose, but avoid doing it around the corners of the nose. So next we're going to apply cream blush around the higher point of her cheekbone, the highest point of her cheekbone going down. Make sure it is on the high side, do not bring it low. Do that before you start highlighting with the concealer. And then next we're just going to highlight with the concealer, starting off with her under eyes, and then blend it in immediately first before you move on to the bridge of the nose. Again, blend it in and then move on to the forehead. And for blending concealer, I always recommend you do it with a beauty blender instead of just a brush. It works better that way, in my opinion. Because then again, you can use the very same beauty blender to blend in, to set. So next to set, we're going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Finishing Powder in the shade number 355. Works great for chocolate to dark skin for setting. Works like magic. If you do not have the setting powders, you can always go for a finishing powder, especially the Fit Me finishing powders. They have very, very good consistency, works like magic. They don't leave any residues. Look at that, a very, very flawless blend. And set all the areas you highlighted using a concealer. And then next for her cheekbones, I honestly did not want to contour, so I did a bronzer around that area. and it gives such a very good warmth to her face. Look at that, very beautiful. You do not have to contour all the time, especially for the cheekbones, especially when the cheeks are already very defined. You do not have to contour, you can just do a bronzer. And then after that, I'm just going to contour her nose and blend it in using a cleaner brush, so you do avoid having harsh lines around the nose contour. And then after that, I'm just going through her whole face with a finishing powder. I'm using the shade number 360 Fit Me. And then after we're done, we are setting using a dewy setting spray. So we're not going to do a lot of highlighter, we're just going to highlight her nose mostly. The focus will be just highlighting just a tiny bit, not a lot, because her face is all put together already as it is. We don't want to, you know, ruin that. And then after that, for lip liner, we're going for a darker lip liner shade first, because for her lips I wanted something that is going to match her eyeshadow. So I started off with this lip liner, blended it in first, and then moved on to more of a purple shade of lipstick. And then I did a bit of a pink just in the middle area, and then after that I added gloss. She wanted gloss. Okay, I know some people will come to me and say, yeah, she looked better without gloss, but she decided she wanted to do gloss, and I respect that. And she looked very, very beautiful with the gloss. And then next we're going to apply a bit of mascara on her lower lashes, just to enhance that eye makeup. And this is our model before, very beautiful, with the most amazing skin ever. And our model after. Ooh, yo, this girl is stunning. She's drop dead gorgeous. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed watching this whole tutorial. I hope you have learned something from the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. She looks amazing, very, very beautiful, with very, very beautiful skin. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. That would be all from me today. Bye, see you on my next video.